Hi there, so I'm going to make a short video about MIDI, which is the musical instrument digital interface. And basically, unlike your normal sound file which records the sound, this records the notes you're playing on an instrument and what instrument to play it on. So the files end up very small, they would even fit on an old floppy disk. So here's a MIDI keyboard that I bought about 20 years ago from a electronic surplus company in Southampton who used to do mail order, and they mainly just sold circuit boards and broken things, but they also sold a few things that were usable, including this MIDI keyboard. By the way, I was inspired to make this video by a YouTube channel called Technomone. He reviews all sorts of obsolete electronics things, and it's quite fun, so I'd recommend that. So here it is, it's branded Commodore like the old computers, as you can see, but I suspect it's rebranded something else because I've got this Studio Spares catalogue from 2010, and it has this very similar looking keyboard which is branded Evolution, and the software that came with this is also branded Evolution, so I suspect they're the same thing. There's a panel here which is got a bit of plastic over it, but I've seen other models in catalogues where there's extra buttons there, but this doesn't have any. It's very simple, just the keys to play on and the MIDI output port, which is on a DIN plug. It's basically just a serial interface, an on-off switch, and somewhere you can connect the power adapter. You can put batteries in the back, it needs a horrendous number of batteries. So the MIDI, you can basically daisy chain things as well. Here's a book about sound and recording, and it's got a chapter on MIDI. It's quite an old book now, and you can see it's got various daisy chains of computers and instruments. So you could do something like, you could have a keyboard and then use an external MIDI interface to generate the samples of the music if you didn't like the built-in sampler. So I'm going to connect this up to my netbook now and run some software. Obviously the netbook doesn't have a MIDI port, so down here we've got an audio interface which does various things. It's like an analog to digital converter, and it's also got MIDI ports on it. So that brings it out to this plug here, which I'm going to plug onto the MIDI keyboard. I haven't tried this for years, so I hope it still works. The keyboard actually came with this cable, which is a 5-pin DIN connector, which is the MIDI to a 15-pin D connector. And the idea of these was that they would connect to your computer sound card, which would have a joystick port before the days of USB, and on two of the pins of the joystick port they usually provided a MIDI interface as well. So it's taken a while to fathom out how to work the thing and get the sound out. Well, it was working, but the sound wasn't coming out, and it was to do with sound card mappings and funny things, because basically you've got a sound card in the laptop and that external sound card. So if I play on the keyboard, it plays on the keyboard on the screen, or you can play this keyboard on the screen with your mouse without using the physical keyboard at all. If I turn the sound up, you might actually be able to hear it. And then you've also got like a pseudo mixer here, and you can change the pan, so which speaker it's coming out of, the volume of the channels, whether it's got reverberation or chorus on it. And somewhere you can also choose the instrument, so I could change it to a violin if I wanted to. And then you can play your little tune, so you can play Happy Birthday or something. I can't play the piano. Like that sort of thing. The other software I've got, so that's just the simple software that came with the device on a floppy disk. I've also got something called Anvil Studio, which is quite interesting. This was some shareware years ago. Yeah, so this Anvil software, which is very crazy the way it's laid out. Basically you play the keyboard. One of the features it's got anyway is you play the keyboard and it writes the music on the screen. So if I play Happy Birthday again, with lots of mistakes. It writes the music, and you can play it back and you can edit it by dragging the notes around as well and things, and do whatever you like really, so that's quite fun. So this is what MIDI is all about. Thanks for watching.